shoulder release. My name is Brigitte, and I am a master Pilates instructor and a fascial stretch therapist here at the Lane. All right, let's get started. We're going to take your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. Take a moment just to come into your space. I'm going to already just start to oscillate my body where I just want to release any extraneous tension through my joints. Notice where I might be holding some extraneous tension. Okay, and just a little bit of, we call this oscillation. Again, we're just releasing some known tension that we're experiencing in the body. All right, let's just start with some breathing. So eyes open or closed. I like to open up my hands just as a way to start to acknowledge and allow the release to come in. So let's take a good deep breath in. Deep exhale out. Let's go ahead and just feel a nice release through the ribs, through our belly. This is a fascial release exercise, so we definitely don't want to be stabilizing through our abdomen or anywhere else in our body, okay, except for our feet. Let's try it again. Inhale, deep breath in. Deep exhale out. Good, relaxing through the jaw, through your throat. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Deep exhale out. Good, I'm going to open up my eyes and I'm going to start to reach my arms up. Let's take a nice deep breath in, clearing our space. Exhale, release. Let's do two more. Inhale, arms reaching up. Deep exhale out. Notice where you're already starting to get the release as we start to elevate your arms. We open up. Let's pause here for a second. Let's wiggle out of our hips, wiggle out of our waist, stretch up through our abdominals, lengthen through our fingertips, and then right here, exhale, open and release. Okay? So with that, let's go ahead and grab. We've got a strap here. We call it a Theraband strap. All right? We want something like so. We want something to have a little bit of give. Okay? So a long strap or a yoga strap would be helpful. All right? From here, you want a little bit of a give. Okay, so from here, we want to start to mobilize and open up the shoulder girdle, all right, and release some tension through your pecs and your mid-traps. Inhale to elevate the arms up. Good, I'm going to stay tall as I exhale, lower down. Good, and again, just keeping the body in a released, easy state. Exhale, lower down. Good, three more. Inhale to lift. Exhale, stay tall as you lower down. Good, two more. Inhale to lift. Deep exhale and lower down. Great, one more time. Inhale to lift. Arms reaching up and pause. Now, if your shoulders are lifting, that's perfectly fine. We want those shoulders to mobilize, okay? So as we add on, just exhale for nothing. Notice the way you're balancing on your footprint. Let's try to energize our big toe, pinky toe, and heel. So that's just an energized feeling. We're not locking our knees, okay? And we're not gripping our glutes. Inhale, bend the arms forward like you're creating a W with your arms. Great. Exhale, add a reach. Inhale, take your hands behind you and your arms behind you, making that W behind you. Exhale to lift. Now, if you're feeling any constriction in the shoulder joint, take the band wider. Inhale to bend. Good. And then exhale to keep those ribs open. Let's do it again. Inhale, bend. Stay tall. Exhale to elevate the arms. Two more. Inhale to bend. Relaxing the back of the throat. Feel like you're smiling through the back of the throat. That'll keep those neck extensors in a relaxed state. Good. Exhale to lift. One more set. Inhale to bend. Exhale to reach. Inhale, last time. Exhale to stretch. Good, and then inhale to lower down. Now, just take a moment and notice how you feel. For me, I start to feel a little bit more elasticity through my shoulder girdle, right? It seems like I can rotate through my shoulders a little bit more freer, okay? And the beauty of this is that we want to create space. Space through your neck, space through the shoulder girdle, and space through your diaphragm and your midcore, okay? So adding on, something that feels really nice is to grab a foam roller or a large pillow, okay? Either or works. So a foam roller, and then I happen to have one on my sofa. If you don't have a foam roller, you can easily use one of these, okay? So we're gonna take it to the mat. And you're gonna come onto sitting on your hips. And I like the roller just around my lower back to start, okay? From here, I'm gonna lean back on it, right? I'm using my arms to stabilize the roller. I'm gonna walk my hips forward a little bit. The roller slides up to my bra line, okay? Or my lat line, right here, right underneath my shoulder blades. I anchor my hands behind my head, and I'm a real firm believer in anchoring your hands with your thumbs cradling your neck and your fingertips cradling your head. So you've got this nice hammock feeling of support for your head and neck. Okay, so from here, let's just take that breath in, inhale to open up those ribs. And as I do that, organically, right, I feel my shoulder girdle wanting to open up and lean back into extension. That feels really nice. I don't feel any extraneous tension in my neck. Exhale, I just gently bring myself back up. So again, it's just a shoulder girdle opener, right? Inhale to open. It feels really nice to feel the roller opening up. I can feel that skin, that fascial tissue expanding open. My ribs want to flare, and that's fine. Exhale, come back to center. Let's try that one more time. Inhale, open. Good, my body wants a little bit more, so I'm gonna give it to it. Exhale and bring it back up to center. Now, take a breather, and if your neck is okay, you could add on, okay? So from here, we're gonna inhale. With your arms, you're gonna inhale, open, and what feels really nice is to allow those arms to arm circle and oscillate inside your shoulder joint. Again, inhale, open, breathe. Exhale, and circle around. Good, and again, inhale to reach. Exhale, circle around. Good, let's go the other way. Inhale, open. Exhale. Now, just to kind of clarify, I am using my feet as a stabilizer. So I do feel supported through my feet, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, I do feel a little lower core support on this, but I'm not trying to make this a forced abdominal exercise, okay? We want the tissue, your fascial tissue, right? That lies over your muscles to allow it to breathe and open up. Let's pause here. Now let's walk you up, and we come back up. So again, notice how you feel, right? I'm starting to feel a little bit more refreshed. I feel, again, a little bit more mobility. So let's do one more, and we'll bring it to what we call in Pilates a mermaid position, okay? If for some reason this does not feel good for you, right, you're certainly welcome to modify. You could stack the legs, okay? Or you could also do it with a demi leg bend, okay? All right, from here, I'm coming into this mermaid position. This is a delicious way to open up the lateral side body, which again, allows a little bit more release and freedom through your upper spine. Okay, from here, we're going to take your arms out to a capital T. So you'll notice in my capital T, my arms are just below my shoulder line. If I go higher, I'm gonna trigger my upper traps, and that's not gonna feel good later, okay? So arms out of capital T, we're gonna inhale, invite your supported forearm onto the mat. Nice lateral stretch over, which feels really good. Now I am tractioning with my own body, meaning I'm pressing through my supported forearm to create a lateral stretch over on this right side. I'm going to lower the arms down, come back up, and then we call it reverse the mermaid. We reverse the mermaid over. So again, we're opening up this side body. And I'm using this hand for support. So the more I use this hand, right, as active traction, the more I will feel that support through these postural muscles, okay? So just a feeling of awareness. Inhale, coming up. Good, we'll do it again. And over for 2. Good. You could also add internal rotation if your body's craving that. Pivot back to center, and then lift to come up, and reverse the stretch over. So we do it in threes, one more time, and we inhale over into that mermaid. This time you could add external rotation, which feels delicious, to open up those pecs a little bit more. Good, and I would invite you, if it feels good, to do it at least 3 times, okay? Again, just nice and soft, nothing forced, because we don't want to create extraneous tension. Back to the neck. Great, we peel up, and we reverse the stretch one more time. Good. Inhale to come back up. Exhale to lower down. Let's try the other side. So we come into this position. We notice how it feels on this side. Okay, again, modifying the position if it feels better for you and your body today. Okay, so arms up to that capital T. Not too high. I don't want to trigger those upper traps. Inhale to reach down to my supportive arm. Okay, and I do feel supported, meaning I'm not anchoring down on my joints. Okay, exhale over. I feel a nice reach. I'm pressing through my supportive forearm to get that length on my outer side body. Inhale to come up. Exhale over. Great, and just a little mention is not to come down onto the rib cage. Careful not to compress on your bones. Pulling up and over as best as it feels good for you, right? So just you can feel the tissue releasing, opening up, but you're not forcing the stretch. Come back up to that capital T. Inhale, back over. Just like the other side, we'll add a little internal rotation, which feels yummy. Good, and then I'm gonna pivot back to that mermaid stretch. Pressing through that forearm, exhale to come up. And then we reverse the mermaid over. And I'm noticing where I'm getting the release, right? It feels really good, even down through my lumbar spine, as I'm opening up through my upper spine. Good, my head stays in line with my spine, because that keeps the neck in alignment with the rest of my body. Inhale, coming up. One more time, we mermaid over. Right, I feel supported on the inside of my body. I'm gonna invite some external rotation in. I'm gonna open up that lifted hand, because again, that gives me a little bit more feedback through my chest, my pecs, and the back of my lifted shoulder. One more time on 3. Good, we pivot back to that side body. Exhale, lift to come up. Reverse it one more time. Feel that active traction with this supportive hand. If this is too far, then bring your hand here so you're not compressing down on your waist. Okay? Good. Inhale to come up. Exhale to lower down. Beautiful. So just to finish off, we're going to come back to the way we started. We're going to roll back onto your footprint. If it feels okay for you, you can round over, soften your head, soften your shoulders. Take your feet a little bit wider, not too much. Let your body hang forward. Ever so gently, just nod your head no. Then nod your head yes. So we're just oscillating the head right over your spine to create some space between your head and your neck. I want you to energize your big toe, pinky toe, and heel. Now start to activate a little bit of presence in your lower core as you start to roll up your spine slowly. Notice how your back body feels. Notice how your spine feels. Upper core, back of the neck, crown of the head. And again, inhale, let's reach the arms up. Exhale to open. 2 more. Inhale to reach. Exhale to open. 1 more time. Inhale to reach. Exhale to open. And I'm hoping you're feeling much better, more released, more space, and you can just take that with you for the rest of your day. Have a beautiful day.